Welcome back to Watching Me GM Games. I am playing Dargo Jeska here. It's a combo deck. We had a CEDH yesterday, and a guy absolutely ran through a tournament with this deck. It's the fastest combo deck I've ever seen. I have my head in the middle, so you can see my commander. It's Dargo. He costs 2 less to cast whenever you sack a thing. This deck is full of stuff to sack. It has the weird position of you can't always win the game, but you can generally make someone lose the game right away. And so the hands are always interesting because so we're playing against Slicer, Crom, Timna. So this is a very good pod. This guy, I haven't seen this deck. I'm assuming it's fine, whatever. Timna Crom is probably the best deck. This is Slicer. Slicer is basically a mono-red go-fast deck that does exactly what I'm doing. So me and Slicer will get to pick who loses the game pretty fast. I'm trying to see how fast I can get this combo going. So I might have a turn 2 here. I mean, I can make a turn 1 Dargo by going Memnite, Opal. No, I can't. I can't make a turn 1 Dargo. So I think I'm going to have to take it slow, play the cool game, and just dump my hand on turn 1. And then turn 2, try and get something together. Thermopod is a combo piece. If you have the ability to sack Dargo, he makes a mana, then reduces his commander attacks by 2 because he sacked himself. So you cast him an infinite number of times. Then you cast Jeska. Jeska counts both commander casts, or either commander cast to increase your loyalty. And so then you can just minus a million and kill the whole table. Everyone is taking their mulligans here. I might mulligan this hand if I was a better player, but it seems to have a lot of spells in it, so I'm going to keep it. And I'm second in the turn order. How bad can it go? A 0 mana artifact would be the free roll of the century, if I'm asking. So the Slicer player has a ton of fast mana, which means they're going to turn 1 this Slicer. If you're looking to play CEDH and have a nice time, these mono red decks are, I mean, they're expensive because they have all the fast mana, but goodness, they are silly. Wow, this guy's hand is every time I think I've kept a good hand, someone does this. And I just go, oh my god. So he's playing Slicer High Speed Antagonist, which is the car half of this dude. And let's see who's bashing. It's me. He knows I'm the threat. Okay, this guy's real good. But that means I should get it on my turn. So this guy, his turn 1ing this guy, 6, 12... you can almost kill, if everyone works together, you can almost kill one player in a turn cycle. So he does 3 to me. If all of my opponents elect to attack me with Slicer, I'll take 6, 12, 15, and then he'll be able to kill me on his turn with Slicer. This guy is just how did he get this hand? It's actual amazing. Slicer also has the weird clause that I can't sacrifice it, which I would very much like to do in this deck, but no, you can't. Goblin Welder is pretty tight. Oh, this is an artifact though, so I can use my Mox Opal for mana, which is actually very big. So I'm going to be able to turn 1. Hypothetically, I could turn 1 I'm going to cast Jeska here. And it has double strike? Yeah, I think I'm going to kill the player who is giving me the Slicer, because I think he is trying to kill me, so I'm going to kill him back. Oh, I can't attack him. I have to attack someone else. I'm going to attack #1 because he has, I think, the better deck. Oh, it doesn't kill him. I didn't do the math right. Okay, well, my next opponent in turn order is going to get to pick if they kill him or not. I'm just going to let this, my Frodo opponent is attacking me with the Slicer. I'm just going to take the 6 commander damage and, all right. Okay, I'm getting attacked by this Slicer again. If my third opponent, my Slicer opponent, chooses to attack me again, I will have to block my Memnite till I lose the game. Maybe I should have blocked here in case he has a way to kill my Memnite when he untaps, so that I don't just die. But I don't know how good things are getting for me, One of my opponents is disclosing that he is not a CEDH deck, but just chose to join. I'll let you guys guess which one is not the CEDH deck, but it's one of them. Oh, he conceded. So we're down the guy, but that's okay. He wasn't going to do much. If this guy attacks me, I'm going to be very upset. Because on my turn, I'm pretty sure I can win the game, which is kind of a testament to how fast this deck is. Oh, yes, he says, who wants more chaos? Gosh. He is casting Planar Chaos, which is really, really bad for us. Really bad because he just has the win on board. Gosh, this deck is massively disruptive. Slicer's cool. Is Slicer the better version of this deck? Y/N? I'm not sure. This one should be a little more explosive, but Slicer, I guess he just kept a better hand. Okay, so my Thrasius player is choosing to swords the Slicer before the Planar Chaos resolves, which is what an absolute relief because I was going to be completely cold. Planar Chaos is going to drop. So the nice thing here is that CEDH on Magic Online, I've said this before, it's the same 10 guys. They're all just great. I really enjoy playing with them. So the chats are always, if you play 1-player or 2-player Magic, like you play Modern Leagues or something, the chat is absolute hostility. Like someone is going to find your house and send you anthrax. But these guys are just kind of like nice. Okay, this guy is abrading my Mox Opal. All I have to do is win a coin flip and I can still play this game. Okay, so that's great. So this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. So I don't know what my way through this is. I should probably cast my low mana cost spells first. I have one of them. And I'm not going to get the Slicer Hired Muscle. This Planar Chaos is going to cause a tremendous number of problems for me. So Darksteel Citadel is a nice draw, which means it turns on my Mox Opal. I guess the Goblin Welder is like pretty great here. So I'm going to start with a Welder because I can, let's see. I'm going to call Tails. Tails never fails. Let's see if that's actually true. Tails never fails. Hee hee. Okay, so this is actually a good one that I snuck through because it means if in several turns I get an artifact in my graveyard, I would like to do something. I can, well, not creatures, but I can twiddle about with it if I need to. So I got 1, 2, 3. Yep, I'm gonna just triple damage attack someone, I guess. I'm gonna go with the reduce a player's life total to 0 strat because I think that's better than spreading damage around. I can also really heck up my opponents if somehow, I don't know who runs an artifact creature in this format, but if they put an artifact creature in their graveyard, I'm going to start swapping them for their mana rocks and winning the game. And then they can't enter because of Grafdigger's Cage, of course, being what I was insinuating. So I'm pretty sure this guy can just recast his commander, just like, there it is again. So maybe he's a mana short? No, he's got 5. He should be able to do that. Oh, Planar Chaos has that many coin flips attached to it. What in the heck? He won the coin flip, which means he still has Planar Chaos, which I'm not sure if that's what he wanted or not. So he's going for the haste version of his commander, which will most likely attack me because I'll have to it got countered. This guy cannot win around his Planar Chaos. Bad luck. He chose Tails. Tails sometimes fails. The strategy of which one to pick when you're flipping coins is tough. I don't know what to tell a guy. My opponent has his own Goblin Welder. Let's see. So I am going to have to destroy this Goblin Welder with my Jeska. I don't actually know what it does. He has no artifacts in his graveyard. Like, he can't do much. So, well, we'll see. So I can go off with a Thermopod here. I do have the combo. Let's see if this gets countered. I do have the combo here. Thermopod does win the game, but I would have to cast my commander an infinite number of times, and it doesn't make infinite mana. It just makes the amount of mana. And so Dargo getting countered half the time would make it so my combo just doesn't work at all. There's no combo there. So that's just not going to work. So, I mean, I'm going to take a 50-50 flip and see if I can't get this Duretti to resolve. As previously indicated, Tails cannot fails. So I will be once again choosing Tails. Lost the flip. Okay. Well, guys, I have no ability to do anything. Pass the turn. Everybody's very low on resources. The Timnacron player has 3 cards in hand after this land. My Slicer opponent can't recast. My Timnacron opponent is saying they can go for the win here, and it's a 50-50. So going off the this Planar Chaos, he says he needs to cast 3 spells to win the game, which he has in hand. So he has 3 combo pieces in hand. Most likely, if he has 3 combo pieces in hand, he has no interaction for me. If this Planar Chaos dies on the next turn, I'm going to go off and win because this deck is fucking tight. Here comes a coin flip for Planar Chaos. Won the flip again. Oh no, that's the Mana Crypt. Planar Chaos is off the board. Okay. So my Timnacron player said that opponent, who's a Timnacron player, said he had a line to win the game, but he didn't go for it. So I'm not sure what he has. This guy's running Strip Mine. He's going to use it to, I guess he can put me off some stuff for a little bit. So here comes, my opponent is going with Slicer, high-speed antagonist. Let's see where he sends it, because it's not going to kill me, but it will kill Hash. It will kill Timnacron. Haha, I can make his smaller so everyone can see better. Where is Slicer coming? So this is a 3-2. It has the option of killing Hash or putting me to 18 commander damage. He's putting me to 18 commander damage. Why have one less opponent when you could have someone's damage total be slightly higher? I think the first guy didn't send. He could have killed the Timnacron player, but he was a casual player, so you can't expect him to know that you just end the game. But I feel like this guy should have killed the Timnacron player. I guess that the Timnacron player checks me, so he's just trying to get it slightly closer. All right, okay, I'll come around. That was a good line, bud. If I get to untap and get this Slicer, though, I will have my Mox Opal turned on, and so then I will have the combo. I'll have enough mana to go for the combo, but this guy, the Timnacron player, may be able to stop me. My opponent has, the Timnacron player has 3 cards in his hand that somehow win the game, but also answer a Slicer. I don't know. I don't know what that could be. Let's see if he gives me a Slicer. He might just choose to keep it. He does give it to me. Okay. Okay, Timna is casting an Orcish Bowmasters here. Where are they pointing the point of damage? Is it at my Jeska? Okay, this is a relief because they seem to think that Jeska is very important to what's going on over here. It's not. Put Jeska back in the command zone. Yes, thank you for asking. That's very kind of you. I'm just going to go for it because I don't feel like not going for it. How about a thermopod? Let's see if he has a force to stop this. He doesn't. Okay. Let's make a mana here. This actually goes mana positive to play and sack the Manifold Key, weirdly enough. I think he has a... Does he have a force? And let's cast Dargo. Okay, so let's start doing this. So let me tell my... So right now I'm going to make infinite commander casts. Oh, maybe I don't know what this deck does. Oh no, I have enough. So at the end of every cycle, I end up with... every cycle I end up with... I did not know that this was what's going to happen, but it is. So I miscalculated, but got lucky because I have a combo in my hand. So I'm going to cast Dargo an infinite number of times, and then I sack the Dargo and the Thermopod to get 2 mana, Simian Spirit Guide for the 3rd red mana, then I cast my Jeska for infinite. So I'm just going to keep doing this for a little while. Can I always, Jess? I somehow always end up on decks where I have to click through this infinite crap. Okay, so through a very, very convoluted loop, I have made not infinite mana, but exactly 3. And, oh, he says, what if I bounce Dargo? Yeah, boned. So I don't win. My opponent has a bounce spell of some sort. I don't think he could win the game. He had an Orcish Bowmasters and a bounce spell, and he's going to win the game with that? I don't buy it. So he has a Demonic Consultation. He has no mana. He's a liar. What is this guy doing? Okay, he's come clean now. I don't know what he would have here. This hand is not great. I can make a turn 2 Dargo, but I don't have any payoffs. I'm gonna mulligan it. Tough decision. This has no acceleration. I'm gonna have to mulligan this too. So I'm at a pretty fast table, it looks like. Silas runs fast. Sisay's fast. Timna's fast. I don't think this is good enough. Now this hand, this is podcasting. I can make a turn 1, what's his name? Turn 1 dude. Good enough? Let's find out. So here's a turn 1 Dargo. Let's see if it does anything for me. So this deck, I can't always win, but I do sometimes get to pick who loses. Is that good enough? We'll find out. So my opponents are saying, please don't kill me, because they have realized that I can most likely kill someone on my next turn. I need to draw a land, but if I do, easy. Lion's Eye Diamond is strong start out of Silas over here. We now come to the psychology of what I should do here, because if I kill the person without a blocker, that means I have one less person to help me if someone else starts going off, which is not good. I could just, going for the Jeska, not win every game, not kill everyone line is kind of risky, because if I get countered, I'm kind of cold, and I've discovered that when I start comboing off, if my Jeska costs too much mana, I can't cast it, because the combo doesn't go mana positive, it goes mana neutral. And you sometimes just have to have 3 mana available, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, I think I'm content to just go with the Stranglehold here. I mean, I could kill someone. I could kill my Sisay opponent, but I don't think there's a terrible amount I gain by doing that, because the other people are dangerous and have kind of shown me that they are, I mean, they're all good decks. So just taking out one of the decks means there's one less blue player to fight. I'm going to attack the Rog Silas player because he is most likely the most sellout ad nos deck, and I want to reduce his life total. The nice thing about playing this deck is I just get to yield through turns. I do not have interaction. I'm just hanging. So Sisay is a Searcher Library deck. I think that means I do not have to attack them for some while, because Stranglehold completely shuts their deck down. This deck's kind of a glass cannon, so if anybody kills my Dargo, just if they Swords to Plowshares it, I am out of the game for a number of turns. It's pretty rough. So Mountain here means I can kill someone. I did come today to kill someone, so let's do this. So my opponents all have a similar number of cards in hand. They all have a bunch of mana. I have to pick who I think. So I think the person with the least chance to kill me is, or to kill my Dargo, the Rogue Rack player. Valiant Toast probably has some interaction. Guy Matrix has too much mana up. So I'm going to attack Valiant Toast. Let's see. He has to have something. Oh, so sometimes this just kills your opponents. So I feel terribly guilty for killing that guy, but I feel like he had a good board state. This deck feels awful to play because I feel so guilty for killing someone. So you kind of have to gamble who has the way to kill your Dargo, because one of them does. I don't know which one it is though. Or I guess I don't actually know that any of them does, but I worry. Valiant Toast could have attacked my Jeska down. Cabal Ritual out of this guy. Maybe I'm dead. Okay, here's an Adnos. Are you going to sack your Lion's Eye in response? It's not a terrible play. Dockside out of Rogue Rack. Okay. So my opponent is casting Chain of Vapor, targeting my thing. I do not know. There's nothing I really want to unsummon on his side, because he can just either recast it. There's nothing good to unsummon. No. Silas Rogue Rack's taking an extra turn with Final Fortune. They're tootin'. Any response on that Oracle? Let's see if he names Abandon All Hope. Abandon Hope? Blank Bird gets the worm. How fun. All right. I'm dead.